Hello ladies and gentle-ladies, welcome back to another Minecraft mod development stream for Fabric 26.1. That is the craziest thing to ever say. Yes, we are indeed back on 26.1. And yeah, we're going to finish updating to 26.1 today. I don't think we have much to do, if anything, actually. So we may actually be doing genuine development today, which would be nice. I would like to do that. So I'm going to run the game. I managed to fix the heat API issue. Managed to fix a bunch of other issues. There actually are still some issues here though, so we're not quite done yet. So this is start level tick. This is after client level change. Key binding helper, I don't know what's happened to that. It's like it's key mappings now, right? So is it key mapping helper, I wonder? Would that be correct? And then would this be register key mapping? Yes, it would. Okay, I don't know if that's it. I don't know if it's the only issue. Let's have a look. That is far from being the only issue. Okay, so this was expected as well. So the render data, that's fine though, because we can actually just get rid of that. Yeah, that just doesn't need to exist. And then this can just become block entity.clockwise rotation and block entity.counterclockwise rotation. So that's fine. I don't once again know if that is it. That is not it. So context dot. Yeah, I don't know how this one remapped incorrectly, but that's the pose stack. This is the buffer source. I'm not sure what happened there, but that's fine. Okay, a couple more. So image width is apparently now final. Really? Why? You pass that into the constructor now. Interesting. So we do 176201 and just don't do that. That's not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that at all, but okay. We're gonna have to fix that for every single screen then. So I think let's just go one by one and do that by hand rather than running it every single time and recompiling, because it's just going to take forever otherwise. So yeah, here we don't change that. A lot of them we don't change it. We are just using the default screen size, so that won't actually be a problem. In here though, I think, yeah, here this isn't a container screen. Neither is this one. Neither is this one. This one, this just needs to be 176, 174, so that's fine. Then we go this one, that just is 176, and then I don't know what the default width is actually. Let's have a look, shall we? Okay, it is 176. I thought so. Let's also run that whilst we're here. This was 176, 176. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. This is 176, 174. 176, 174. I should probably just make that 176, 176, but oh well. Next, 174. Was that the width or that the height? That's the height. So once again, 176, 174. Then next one, this is fine. Fine. This is 200, 221. 200, 221. Nice. Okay. Fluid pump. Fine. Fluid tank. 176, 174. Okay. Next one. Fine. Fine. 200, 194. So 200, 194. That's fine. 176, 86. 176, 86. Okay, this one is fine. This one's fine. This one is fine. This one is fine. This one's 176, 174. Nice. Solar panel, fine. Thermal generator, fine. Upgrade screen, 196, 186. 196, 186. what was it, 186? 196, 186? Was that what I said? I think so. And then this one's fine. Okay, let's try run it again. Okay, this one has been causing me some problems. So I don't know what's happened to this field. I don't know if it just doesn't exist anymore. But I couldn't figure out what the value for it was. So I don't know. I mean, I can vaguely like remember the rough range of the value. It's like 27. It's like 2735 something with a bunch of zeros or something. Or I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna find this, to be honest. I don't know where I'm gonna find this value. I've tried looking up for like remappings of this, but it's just been yeeted, at least as far as I can tell. And I don't remember where it was used originally. And even where it was used originally, probably wouldn't have been shown because decompiler moment. So yeah, I'm not sure. I guess I can look here and see maybe what the value is somewhere where it's called, maybe. I mean, this is all places, so I actually don't know why it's not showing. It's vine flower, isn't it? But why is vine flower not vine flowering? That's a lovely question. I would love to know why. Should I just do that? Doesn't like that. We can try just run it like in here. Gen sources of vine flower. And just see what that does. Okay, that might do that. Did you remember to enable enhanced hot swap? I did not. No. I'm gonna have to look at what the argument is. Let me go back to the last stream and have a look. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm gonna yawn just as much as I did yesterday. Because I slept like shit last night, so I'm gonna yawn just as much, just so everyone knows. Enhanced class definition. Okay, I will add that. Oh, we're lagging, I think. Yeah. So can I just edit this and then add that as a? It's not an environment variable, right? It's I need to do Is it a VM option? Possibly. Probably. Okay, apply. Okay. So that'll remember that then. Hello Viraps, welcome to the stream. This is still not working. Why? Wait, why? What is it doing? Oh, there we go. There we go. Thank you. So now we should be able to have a look at where this is called. Now, the problem is it is just going to pass in, yeah, those specific values, which is going to come from this. We could maybe look at where this is used. Like where you're created here. So if we look at this is where the light chords are passing. So we look at this, and then we look at submit block. And maybe somewhere like here you got light, so we find where this is called, but this is the fabric one, so that's not very useful to us. So if we go back to here again, then go to here. This does have the light coordinate, so if you find this again, light chords. That's still passed in there. State.light chords. Aha! This is what I was looking for. Okay, I thought it was 2 something. It's not, it's 1 something. That's why I couldn't find it. I was searching for ages. I was trying to get Copilot to autocomplete a number with 257. And that's probably why it couldn't do it, because it's not 257, it's 157. That makes sense. I am going to look for this number though in all places. I'm curious just like if there is a constant still somewhere. Aha, here you go. Light chords util.fullbright. That's what I was looking for. Light chords util.fullbright. Light. Is it double O? Yeah. Fullbright. Okay. And then also, yeah, same here. So I can just copy that because we're gonna have a bunch of places we have to fix this. So let's go down here. Yep, same thing again. And then this is probably just the same class. And then light chords with emission. And just do Fullbright. Don't know what that does, to be honest, but there we go. And then I changed somewhere to just like 0xFFFFFF. Where did I do that? This one? No. Somewhere I did that here, I think. Yeah. That just needs to be that. There we go. Okay. Let's run it again. You're better off adding the VM argument in the build upgrade or under JVM arguments to add all. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't like this though. We can add it in here, can't we? Edit. It obviously doesn't like that. How do you actually add multiple to this? Is it just like that? I think it's just like that, right? But that's only Gradle, so that's not going to help, actually, now that I think about it. You're better, because of Gradle 6 it will be God. It won't, though, because this is if you edit one of these Gradle tasks, it saves as a separate Gradle task to the actual Gradle task. But sure, we'll do it in here. How do you even do this? I don't know. I assume if we do this, we can do it dot arg. Yeah, is it a VM arg? I think it is, right? Okay, why is it complaining? It is already defined. Yeah. If I just do config. Nice. Lovely. That should work. Okay. Okay, why? Do you mean plus? Yeah, I think this is wrong, bro. That's why. That's why it's complaining. Because it's wrong. Oh, it's just plus, right? No? 1 second. I'm going to do a bit of Googling. Oh, I see. It's like this. That's probably why. Nope. I'm not convinced it's a VMR, I'm gonna be honest. Oh no, it has to be because it's not a program argument, is it? Doesn't make sense. I don't know why this isn't working then. I'm doing a bit of Googling. I think this should work. Unless this is not how you pass a VMark. You might have to do, what is this? No, you do. This is how you do a VMark. JVM args add all. I don't think that's how you're meant to do it. Wait, how did you even... Oh, I see. I think you can just do, you know, just access the... No, because it's just VMarks, right? If I just do VMarks.add, that should work, but that's obviously not working. So I don't really know why. I can get rid of that now, can't I? And then try run again. Oh, wait, did I remove it from here? I didn't. That would be why. I didn't remove it from there. That would help. Okay, next issue. Should extend abstract selection list to entry. Also, rather than doing this, because that's kind of silly, we can just do VMark like that. Okay, anyways. What's going on here? Entry extends. Okay, can I just do that? Like, what is happening here? Oh, because it's raw? Does that just need to do that? Surely not, right? It does? Okay, that's stupid. That's dumb, but whatever. Thank you, Mojang. Let's do the exact same thing here then. Of entry. Yep, this is gone. This is now key mapping helper. Register key mapping. I think. Oh, I think that's it. Oh, oops. You know, I forgot to do chat. Forgot to announce to the Discord. You guys didn't tell me. So I'm blaming you guys for this. It crashed, by the way. Oh, that's the that's just the fabric.mod.json. Yeah, so we need to change some things in here. So this needs to be 21, and this needs to be 26.1 dash alpha .1, and then these need to be 0.3. And then fabric loader we can do 4. Should fix that. Let's see. I think that will work though. Oh no, mix-ins, yes. I'm actually not surprised mix-ins aren't working. So what one's failing? Player apparently. Didn't think I had a player mix-in, but yeah, I actually do. So I actually have 2 mix-ins, funny enough. I have this one, which is actually the problematic one by the looks of it. Does tick not exist anymore? Really? That can't be right. tick definitely still exists, thank you. So why are you complaining? Method. It's actually not bringing anything up, which is kind of interesting. I assume it's submerged is... Okay, why is it not coming up with a suggestion? So, okay, let's have a look. So this is net Minecraft world entity player. Net Minecraft world entity player. That's fine. Is submerged in. Let's check that method is still in the tick method. So tick. Do we still have this code in here? The answer is no, we don't. Presumably that's because it happens now in here. No. It's because... I don't know, actually. Let me have a quick Google boogle. Okay. Okay, so it is in fact is in iFluid, and that in fact doesn't happen in the tick method anymore. Is that correct? No, so it does. It still happens here because I assume this one is in fact for the turtle helmet. Yeah, it is. Okay. So that still happens there, and then net Minecraft tags tag key. Is that still what that takes in? Net Minecraft tags tag key. Yes, that is still what that takes in. So why isn't this working? Interesting. Okay, what about get destroy speed? Does that still exist? Let me do translate and have a look. So yeah, get destroy speed exists. Originally, apparently it was get mining speed. Is that correct? Yeah, so get destroy speed still exists, and that takes in a block state. Maybe that's why, actually. Does, I'm curious, does the tick method take anything in as a parameter? No. Okay. I don't think it has to, though, so... It's submerged in. I think that's the same issue with that one. But I don't know why this isn't working. Does it actually say, by the way? Sometimes I know mixins do say. Injection failed. That's all it said. Injection failed. It's not particularly helpful, is it? Let's see. Run it again and just see what it says. Same problem. It's weird, isn't it? It's not going to be like the constructor or something weird like that, is it? No. You know what's weird? Is that pressing control space in here is meant to bring up all the methods that exist in that class. Like, that's what it's meant to do. I wonder if it does that for inject. Let's have a look, actually. It doesn't. Interesting. So this might be an issue with the plugin. in that case. So what we can do, go plugins. Let's see, does it have an update maybe? It does not. I don't know. I don't really know what to do, chat. What am I meant to do? Because the thing is, Mixin doesn't tell me what the issue is. It just says it failed. Ugh. Which is helpful. Okay, mod menu is throwing a bunch of errors, so I'm actually gonna make sure I don't have mod menu enabled real quick. Because I mean that certainly probably isn't helping. So let's try run without mod menu. And maybe that was just like mixing into it, which was breaking something, or I don't know. Interesting. Actually, a different error now, which is in living entity. So maybe that actually was the issue then. So base tick it doesn't like, and that's just because this needs to be that same method in there. AI step. This is touching water. I don't know what's happened to that one. That's just is in water. And that's fine. Yeah. I think the rest is fine. I don't know why it's still complaining, but I don't think it's an issue. Okay, but the other player mixin is now not working, which I think is actually this one, right? Wait, what is this? That's not the one. 1 second. I'm gonna delete the build folder real quick, because I have a feeling some old shit is still sitting in the build folder, which is maybe what's breaking things. Possibly. It's just a hunch, and it could be wrong. No, so it still doesn't like this. Is an eye fluid. Let's look for @mixin player.class, and maybe there's another one hiding somewhere. All places. Event /player mixin. That's a fabric thing. Okay. So it really is only this one. So, mixin transformation failed. Okay, is it going to tell me why? Critical unexpected error. Critical injection failure. Callback method from Industria failed injection check. Right. That's actually all it says. Like, what am I meant to do, bro? I'm going to try and validate caches and just maybe see if the Minecraft development plugin figures it out. Usually it does. Usually I personally find it to be really good. But obviously today it's not cooperating. So we'll see. We'll wait for that to reload. That's going to take a hot minute. Is it going to do anything? We're stuck on the loading screen right now. Come on, IntelliJ. I may have broken something? Because it's just not doing anything? It's not even using my CPU right now, bro. Now that's suspicious if I've ever seen suspicious. Oh, is it crashing? I can't even close it, chat. And task. Let's try and load it up. Again. Okay, progress. Let it index. Hello, Wide. Welcome to the stream. We are just waiting for things to fix themselves, hopefully. How things are decent. But also very slow. Things are very slow. Like right now, all I can do is just wait and hope that this fixes itself. And if it doesn't fix itself, then I'm scuffed. What is 26.1? That is the Minecraft version. It's the next Minecraft version. 1.22, if you will. But obviously, no one's gonna call it that. So. I genuinely don't know what to do. This isn't working. I wonder if the issue is in one of these. Like maybe the names of these are broken, right? Like fluid. I don't know if it is just fluid.play mixing. That's it. It's still 21 for mixing. Yeah, but I don't think that'll be a problem. I mean, I can change it, but I'm pretty sure that will not change anything because that's just the compatibility version. And these mixins should be completely compatible with 21. But sure, we'll try it, I guess. I really don't think it will change anything though. Yeah, it didn't change anything. Oh, this is actually giving me the specific error here. So, unable to find matching local. I actually should have expected that because I am looking for a local and yeah, that one's not going to work. So, that's an issue with this local, right? So, local ordinal 3 args only, which is a local double ref. Now, if we go into here, into what are we looking for? AI step and is in water. So let's go AI step, and we're looking for the check for is in water. Let's have a look. Is in water. Is in lava. No. I admittedly don't see is in water, actually. Is player. Set delta movement. Oh my god. Yawning so much. Maybe it's this. This is actually kind of concerning because this is very hard coded. Okay. Well, in that case, for now, I'm just going to comment this mixing out. It's not ideal, but I think that's kind of the only option I have. We can come back to that in the future if necessary. I do honestly want to move the whole fluid thing to its own library though, because it's kind of bloating this entire thing. But callback method, base tick, and that's all it says. How incredibly unhelpful. Fine. You know what? Fine. You're gonna make me do this. We'll do that. We're just gonna comment them all out. Comment out the player ones, comment out the living entity ones. Let's try it. Now watch error on a different one. Yep. Yep. Of course. Of course. Okay, so this one is actually a different issue. So this one, I don't know what this method is. Yeah, it's gonna be like absorb water or something, right? If we go into here, can we actually find that method? Try absorb water. That's probably almost certainly the one, I imagine. Would that be correct? I would say most likely. Yeah, they're just not working though. I think even if I run that, it's going to give the same problem, isn't it? So we might actually just have to remove all the mix-ins. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. So I'm just going to uncomment that. I'm going to go back to here, uncomment these. And we're just going to have to... because we can't remove all the mix-ins. That's the only problem. Some of them we do need. But all of these ones I can comment out. Now, you can't add comments in JSONs, can you? I don't think that will... I don't think that will compile. Let's see. Well, it will compile, but I don't think that will work. That actually does seem to work, actually. The game is now loaded. Okay, so... as I said, I kind of want to put these in their own file anyways at some point. So yeah, okay. We're loading into the game. Let's see what breaks, because I don't suspect it's going to be smooth running. Yeah, it's not smooth running. So what's going on here? We have a Stack Overflow error, huh? Yeah, that's obviously not correct. What was this before? Well, it was probably this, right? I actually don't know. Oh. You know what it probably is? Yeah, this has get item. And I bet this has get item as well. So they're called the same thing. Technically, I think this is correct. If we do that. because that can only call this one, right? It can't call this one because this one hasn't been implemented, I think. So let's try that. Okay, so load in. Okay. Nice. Things seem to be working. That's all rendering. That's all working. I do expect, obviously, the majority of things to still work. I wouldn't expect anything different. Nice. Okay. I suspect there's probably a few bugs in certain places, which we'll come across in the future, I imagine. Like, these are no longer rendering. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's a suboptimal one. That one's not great. I knew that system was volatile. The second I wrote it, I knew that was going to break every single friggin' update. Let's have a look, or try and have a look, but I honestly am not confident that we're going to figure this one out. But let's try and see what happens. So, I mean, it could be so many things, couldn't it? Okay, best way, I suppose, is just hop on GitHub Desktop to see what's changed in this class. It's obviously going to be a lot, but then we can at least see some method renames and stuff. That should be fine. Should be fine. It's going to be something like this, probably. I think those should all be fine. Set old pause on root. Yeah. Okay. So this one goes to solid moving block and cutout moving block. Don't know that's correct, actually. Is there not just a solid? No, interesting. I guess that must be correct then. Also, why the hell is the Minecraft icon dirt? Like, what? When did that happen? Stupid. Dumb, stupid, and stupid. Anyways. Destroy buffers, that's probably fine. Camera.setup. Update versus setup, that doesn't necessarily sound correct. Camera dots. I think it is though. I think it is correct. Okay. I don't really know how to debug this, I can't lie. Ghost, I don't particularly see anything here that would be causing an issue. Line map texture manager. .max light coordinate. Is that a different constant? I don't think that should matter actually. I think that'll be fine. Map block layer. think these all look fine, which is interesting. We can have a look at fake world widget. I'm not sure that will really have changed. Yeah, it hasn't. Okay, what we can try is press F9. Okay, we do not see anything. Right? There's like one there's one thing there, which is like the friggin' Ender Dragon. Like the mouth or something. Yeah, you can just see it. It's like really small, but you can just see it come around over here every so often. So yeah, there it is, and there it goes. Okay, so nothing is rendering, which does kind of make me think. I don't think the transform is off, because you could see it was in the right place. I do think it's... could it be this? Can you make the screen slightly bigger? I mean, there isn't much to show, to be honest. Get feature render dispatcher, probably. That sounds about correct. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be surprised if any of this was broken. I guess the only thing is that, like, something like these, maybe? Like, maybe affect vertex consumers being crumbling buffer source is not correct. Affect or crumbling buffer source. Like, maybe that's just buffer source? No, I don't think it is, though, because that's buffer source. This is outline buffer source. The problem is, even when I wrote this, I didn't understand what any of it meant, because most of it was just copying vanilla. So I have a very vague idea, but it's not really good enough to tell me objectively what's working and what's not. Could be something like this. Can you see what changed in how vanilla does it? I mean, not really. It's not... The thing is, it's not a one-to-one copy of vanilla, because I had to basically strip out all the stuff that I didn't need. So, like, rendering the sky, for example, or... rendering the fog, or does some other things as well. So it ended up stripping out a lot of things. Also, you don't need to render like the HUD or anything like that. This is still the actual light map coordinates, right? It's not changed to... Yeah, okay. It hasn't changed to something different, because obviously that could cause an issue. The only thing I will say is that the text was rendering, right? So I'm curious, why would the text be rendering and nothing else? I think it's probably rendering. It's just, for whatever reason, not loading, or like not... I don't know. Because that just grabs that. I don't know, chat. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna fix this. The only solution I have is trying to get ChatGPT to fix it. And I don't think that'll be successful. But we can try. Other than that, we'll just have to kind of forget it and move on for the foreseeable future. What about debug mode? Debug mode is not going to help me. It's rendering. You can't debug rendering. So it's extremely unhelpful. The problem is, the problem we're having is that we don't actually know what the issue is, right? I think if we could figure out what the issue is, we could probably fix it. But I don't know why it's not rendering. That's the problem. Is there a way that we can figure out why it's not rendering? I think the answer to that is just no. I don't think there is a way. Maybe if you're like really good with rendering, then you can go into like the... I mean, there's that one tool, right? Put a breakpoint on when it's rendering, see what it's doing. Yeah, but I don't think it's like... It's not just like returning or anything. Like, I'm pretty sure the entire code is going to run. It's just not going to do anything. Because, I mean, here you can see, for example, it just goes through all the entities and then just submits them. Like, there's nothing here that could, like, there's no if statement that wouldn't run, or... It just doesn't make sense for that to be the case. And we know that it's not like failing before this because the nameplates are rendering and the nameplates are after this, right? And then even then, it has to end these frames, so it has to get down to these lines. Like, there's no if, buts, or maybes. It has to get down here, it has to get down here, and it has to run this. So I don't see how debug mode would help me. It would just be the most hard to debug thing ever, because you don't want to breakpoint a render method, you know. I mean, because there's just all the blocks here. You know what? Fine. To make you guys happy, we'll breakpoint the friggin' block rendering. But I promise you, it's not going to help. I'm like 99.5% sure that we are just going to be wasting time doing this. But we will try. Yeah, we're not going to look at the variables. We're not going to look at the variables and be like, oh, that's why it's not rendering, you know? We're just not, because this is... You know, I don't know how the friggin' internals of the Minecraft render engine work, so I'm not going to see a variable and go, oh, well, shouldn't that be that? Because I'm just not going to pick up on that. But we'll give it a go to make you guys happy. We will see absolutely zero change, I'm sure. Funnily enough, this actually isn't being called, which is interesting. Why? This dot blocks. Actually, there's no blocks? Okay. Admittedly, you guys might be somewhat right, but how is that even possible? Oh, no, that's correct. Yeah, there isn't any blocks. No. Okay, I thought you guys were onto something. That's correct. There shouldn't be any blocks because everything is a very block list, not a block. That's why. Let's try again. I was extremely baffled for a second. Okay. Yeah, I just want to tell you guys, like, what am I meant to gain from doing this? You know? State? Is state null? No, of course not. Is the vertex consumers null? Is the pos null? No. So it renders it, you know? Does the state, yeah, and that returns because it doesn't have a block entity. Like, that's it, guys. There's nothing more we can do. Literally nothing more we can do. Unless something here is wrong. I don't know why that's like that, to be honest. That's a weird one that's come out of that. But, like, that's not helpful. This also, why is that not like that? What ID is that? This is IntelliJ. IntelliJ idea. Yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. Like, it's just nothing I could do. Yeah. I mean, the issue isn't with the varied block lists because these are working, right? So we already knew that the varied block list rendering was working. We know that the render function itself is somewhat working because we can see the name. Well, you guys actually probably can't see it. 1 second. You can just about make out the name tags in there. Now, admittedly, they are a bit weird. It looks to me what's happening is the blocks are being rendered, because you can see when I look down, for example, the name tags are being covered by something, you know, and when I look around, you can, like, just about, like when I do this, for example, it's really hard to see, but you can see that they are, like, covering the name, like there's a shape covering the name tags. So I reckon they are being rendered somehow. I just couldn't tell you why it's not working. Like, maybe that's like, what if I set this to 0? Might be a terrible idea. Oh, that's just a place block, actually. Never mind, that's not going to change anything. Let's set this to 0. Okay. Oh, wait, no, it's still... Oh, hello. I did wonder. Interesting. Rendering world. Interesting. Light. Light is passed into what? So it's passed into here. And to render single block. Right. So this one here, in this corner, I think that's a fluid. If I look here... Oh no, that's a block entity. Interesting. So block entities aren't working. And I think fluids aren't working either. Because one of these other ones is a fluid, and I haven't seen it yet. Scrolls, chest, ores. Yeah, this one. This one's a fluid. Could it be because of the mix-ins? No, because all the mix-ins I commented out were fluid ones, right? So they're not going to be the problem. I'm curious why that... Why? Like, why? You know? Maybe it needs to be full sky? Maybe? Should we try full sky? Okay, that didn't change it. What if I set it to like 5, right? You know, instead of 0, set it to 5. No. So it actually just needs to be... What if I do -5? So that works. Interesting. X 0, 10. I wonder if that's also maybe a problem? No, that makes everything red, as you would kind of expect. Very interesting, hey. I'm more very curious of why render block as entity isn't working, but this one is. What if I set maybe here like overlay to like -1? I don't know. Okay, also, I don't think this should be pos is equal null, should it? Oh, no, I see. Yeah. Okay. So the block entities is going to be something further down. So let's try and read through some of this maybe. Okay, so render state. She rendered up a pair camera. That's just a camera pause. That's not our problem. Try extract render state. I don't think that should be a problem. We can try and maybe breakpoint this. I once again don't think that's going to help, but interesting. So here the light is actually 146800064, which is interesting because I set it to 0. So how has that happened? Oh, because this is from the renderer. Okay, wait, 1 second. Does this work in the world? Yeah, so block entities in the world are still working fine. Also, I think I need to set the progress to -1. Because I think... Oh god, never mind. Take that back. Take that back. I thought that would fix it. It did not like that. I think this crumbling overlay should actually be... yeah, it should be null. It shouldn't even be here. Okay. So... Could this be something in here, maybe? Camera.entity is not equal to null, then it does that, that's fine. Camera.rotation. No. It does kind of tell me that it has to be something in here somewhere, right? And also, like, the fluid renderer isn't working either, right? So... the question is why? And my answer is I don't know. Because they're being rendered. That's the thing, right? They are being rendered because we can see like the outline around them, right? They're being rendered as nothing. So they're obviously completely transparent. So it has to be something to do with the light, I think. Now, what you ask? I don't know. I don't know what has to do with the lights that is causing this. Okay, I want to try something, actually. We are gonna cheat a little bit. But just because I want to know what it thinks. And see if it knows why on earth, like, I can't wrap my head around why setting it to full bright would make it invisible. Like, that's weird. I don't think that's correct behavior. So, I'm having a problem where passing this as the light level in fake world scene to the varied block list render in world is causing the blocks to render as invisible. They're still there because you can see the invisible cutout around other rendered things. Yeah. And then setting it to 0 fixes this for normal blocks, but block entities within the varied block list within the varied block list are not resolved. Can you figure out both why this is happening and how to fix it? When I should also say an important thing to note is that varied block list dot render in world render in world works outside of the fake world scene. And then I'm going to say specifically referring to, and then what is it? Example multi-block controller block entity renderer. Is that the right one? Example multi-block controller block entity renderer. Is this the one? No. What I'm thinking of is multi-block designer block entity renderer. Specifically referring to okay, let's see if it can work some magic. And this will truly be magic if this does work. I'm very, very low confidence, but we'll see. What I wanted to do before the game crashed is I wanted to see if changing this for normal blocks to 0 will fix the normal block rendering. We can test that in the example screen. So whilst we're waiting for this, we can try and figure that out. What is the AI is? It's just another variant of ChatGPT. It's basically, yeah, it's basically ChatGPT, but it's the coding CLI one. So it's specifically designed for programming. So it's much better at it than actually asking ChatGPT, of which will be atrocious. Paid, yes, I am paying £20 a month for this, but yeah, the free one isn't great. You can use Gemini CLI for free, and it's actually all right. It's not bad at all. But yeah, I'm paying for this, so. Well, I'm paying for ChatGPT. I'm not paying for this specifically. So this just comes with the whole shebang. Okay, yeah, what I wanted to see real quick is just setting this to 0. Does that fix anything in here? Yeah, it does. Interesting. Interesting. Really, really interesting, that is. Okay. Yeah. Let's see, what is it doing? I'm curious how it's looking into this, right? Off screen. Yeah. Schedule my. I probably should have mentioned that it worked in the past. That probably would have been good to mention because it may think the code is just completely wrong. I don't think the code is just completely wrong. I think it's just probably an update artifact. I mean, I don't think 26.1 changed the entire render pipeline or anything. I mean, it can't have done because we haven't had any errors or anything. So the only issue we had actually, and this is what it wasn't able to update, was that even in here? There was those two methods, right? Where you had the matrices and you had the buffer source that you would get out of something. And those were flipped. I wonder if it's something to do with that. Maybe, I don't even know where that was, to be honest. I only vaguely remember fixing it. I don't remember where I fixed it. Maybe it wasn't in here. Maybe it was somewhere else, because I admittedly don't see it. Okay, this is going to take a really long time, I think, guys, because I don't know how it's going to figure this out. It hasn't tried to even decompile the source code yet, so I don't think it should be any of these. Yeah, these won't be any different. We know it's an issue with the light, right? It has to be an issue with the light. Yeah, I don't think any of the core code in here at all is it's fundamentally wrong. I don't think it can be. So it does seem a little bit stuck though, doesn't it? Is there anything we can do in the meantime, chat? I mean, I need to think about what is actually the next plan, right? What do we actually want to do once we've got all this working? Thing is, I can't really do what I want to do. So what I want to do is I want to work on the arc furnace over here, because I think that would be really cool, but I can't really do that because we need multi-blocks. Like, we need the multi-block system in a better state. Let's do the petrochemical pipeline. I do want to do that. That will be fun. I need to work more on the oil pump jack, though. So, I don't know. Things I am kind of still a little bit reliant on this multi-block system. I mean, half of me just wants to say, fuck it, let's just keep the current multi-block system, but it's just so shit. Like, look at this, guys. Look at this. I can just walk straight through this. And, like, the friggin'... If we go F3 and B... Like, what the hell is going on here? You know? It's just like... It works, but it so barely works. It's quite tragic. So I don't know what the hell's going on here, by the way. I think my math must have been wrong for rendering the gizmos, because this is just meant to be the oh, this is the arc furnace. I see. Yeah. The arc furnace is here, and it does take up a very big space, technically. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Are the I think the arrows are all facing the wrong way, actually. Aren't they? Yeah, they seem to be. They all seem to be facing the wrong way. I think some of them are also in completely the wrong place. And they're too big, and many other issues. Okay, what is it doing right now? Is it actually trying to decompile some shit? It is starting to look through the Minecraft caches. That's going to take forever then. Unless it does a full decompile, which I don't think it will, then that's going to take a while. Is there anything we can do? There really isn't anything we can do, chat. We are just gonna have to wait. I mean, make textures, bro? I can't make textures. Who do you think I am? I am completely incapable of making textures. I mean, look at these friggin' pipes, bro. Look how shit they look. You can tell. You can tell I cannot make textures. Let's see what you're saying. This is quite the puzzle. Wow. Oh god. Oh goodness gracious me. Oh no. Chat? Oh dear. This is not good. This is bad. It's friggin' using reflection. And is it about to do that? It's using reflection at runtime in a render method. That's bad. That's really, really bad. Does it even work? I want to know if this works. I at least want to know, has what it's done fixed it or not? What does it say here? The fake world in fake world scene isn't the live Minecraft.level, so the in-world render path, render block as entity, and the block entity light extraction are pulling lighting tints data from a level that doesn't have a real light engine. That's why full bright causes the mesh to come out of bad light causes the fake scene footage. I see. That does actually make sense. Yeah, that does make sense. I did wonder that originally when I set up the rendering to render the block entities and stuff. It does just use the renderer from the client, and obviously the client's world is going to be the world I'm in, not the fake world, which I did wonder. And that in the past that did just like seem to work, but okay, so what it's done hasn't worked, but I suspect it hasn't done it in the right way, which is why that's not working, right? So I'm more inclined to try and tell it to like have our own block entity renderer and have our own whatever, you know? I don't know how feasible that is. That's the only problem. If we go to the client, for example, and if we look at the, I don't know, what's a good thing to look at? Maybe, okay, let's see. What do we use to render them? Right, if we go in here, we use the block entity render dispatcher. So what if we just passed in our own block entity render dispatcher? Can we do that? I'm curious. Does it let us do that? Block entity renderers or create entity context. Has level renderer should render. Renderer is the renderer of the block entity. I don't know what it means actually. Where's the specific thing it's saying doesn't work? Render single block path when level is not the real level. So if we go render single block path, render single block thing, which is actually here. So that uses block renderer, which is the block render dispatcher. Okay, that's what I thought. So yeah, what does that do then? How does that uses model block renderer dot render model? It does just pass down the light coordinates though. Render quad list also just passes down the light coordinates, and I mean that's at this point it's just gonna have those light coordinates. It's not gonna go and do anything fancy with those. Maybe we're looking at the wrong one actually, because the one it's not even calling this one, right? Oh, it used world renderer. Is world is equal client dot world. If not use world renderer, if pos is not equal to null and world is equal to client dot level. Pos is not equal to null, so use world renderer. It only uses the world renderer if the pos is not null, right? But that won't work then, will it? So I need to do this. It should just be this. But that obviously doesn't fix anything, right? Because this basically just should just be pos is equal null. then it does that. I suspect obviously hot swapping that isn't going to help us, right? So, right, because this takes in the world, I see. Takes in the level there. And what is the world? So the world is just what's passed in, though. I guess the current state. Okay, let's have a look through this then. Like, what do you do? If you go to implementations, so we get the model, we get the tint, we get red, green, blue. Okay, this is an indigo renderer, right? And then that just renders passing in the level. So then we go to implementations. And this calls buffer model. Make quads that still takes in the level. This dot light is equal light. Fabric block render dispatcher. Why? Block renderer is just a block renderer. So surely this is not correct. Right? Surely it just calls this one. There's a way to disable the indigo renderer, right? How do you do that? Because I am curious maybe if that's causing the problems. Indigo renderer is the fabric render pipeline. I don't actually know why it exists, I'll be honest, but it exists, so I'm trying to look. Disable indigo. Can you do that? Okay, people have asked many times and no one has ever replied. Okay, actually. People have asked, and literally every single time, no one has ever answered. Like, people have said, oh, you can disable indigo, or, you know, people have been asking, how do you disable indigo? But no one has ever said how you disable indigo, because it's possible. Like, everyone is saying it's possible, everyone is saying you can do it, but no one is saying how you do it, which is kind of crazy. Even all the way back to, like, friggin' 2020. It's done by... Yeah, I know it's done by a config. It doesn't say how you do it in the config. It's not in the default values of the config. Nor does anyone say where the config even is, bro. I don't know where the config is. Like, is it just in run config? Fabric? Here? Do I just, like, what do I do, you know? I don't know. How do I disable it? Do I just set everything to off? I don't know. Fuck it. We ball. Let's see. If it doesn't work, I imagine it will just crash straight away. So... Okay. Let's see. Okay, it didn't change anything. But that's... it's hard to say if that means it's actually, if it's actually disabled or not, right? It's probably not. Ambient occlusion mode vanilla. Sure, let's try that. I don't think this is going to fix anything, by the way. But I just want to see, is it because of this? I don't think it should be. But if it is, that at least helps us figure out possibly where the problem is. And then we can go from there. So here we go. We load up. Single player. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, so that hasn't changed anything. Meant to be equals false. What did I set it to? It's meant to be equals false? Really? Sure. It's a false then. We'll try it. I mean, I don't even know. Thing is, I don't see vanilla. So, if we're going by what ChatGPT said, which I don't know we necessarily should, but what it says is yeah, so basically they try and use the light from the Minecraft.getInstance.level rather than the one that's passed in. I don't know if that's true though. Like, it very much could be lying. I don't know. So it's kind of hard to say. Yeah, and that hasn't changed anything. So let's undo this, because this obviously doesn't do diddly squat. Okay. That's F3 and F6. F3 and F6? What the hell? What is this? Is this a vanilla thing? What is this? Is this a... what the hell? Damn. That's pretty cool. You can show TPS, you can show... Damn. Let's put everything in there, lads. It's probably a really bad idea, isn't it? I was just putting everything in there. Done. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bad idea. Oh my god. Bro, what is happening? Oh. Holy guacamole. Wow. It's crazy, bro. What is happening? Like, what am I even looking at? I don't know what any of this means. And what are these things down here? And what is this friggin' box on my screen? Okay. How do I even go back to the menus? Is this one options? I think so. Wait, no, it's not even in here, is it? It's in here. Okay. The default profile. What's performance profile actually? Oh. Also, why am I locked to 30 FPS, by the way? Can we not, please? Is this done that? Why am I locked to 30 FPS? Can we go back to 75? You can't go 75, that's sad. Okay. Okay, good. Anyways, I don't know, chat. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna say it hasn't changed anything. Still can't see anything. Okay, let me bring this back over to my other monitor. And let's see maybe something. I don't think the fabric renderer is actually the issue. I mean, it could be, but I don't think it's the issue, to be honest. It's what, like, here, apply light quartz override. Oh, that's what ChatGPT did, right? I see. So what's it doing now? It's reading the caches. I don't think anything in light quartz util is going to be particularly useful. You know, I mean, if we look at things, we've kind of already followed down the line, so I don't think we're going to get in here and be like, wow, you know? And does it say? It doesn't really say anything. It doesn't say like it. So level can be empty. I wonder if we maybe want to give it an empty level? Right? If we give it a new empty block and tint getter and then pass in block pos.0, but that's not going to work because we need it to have a pos inside the world, I think. Oh. Okay, it's reverted it back to what it had before. Hopefully it doesn't think that's fixed it. Because I promise it that has not fixed it. What's it changed here? The hell has it changed there? Rendering world? What has it changed? Pause. Change the order of the arguments, but I don't think that's okay, let me freaking close everything because there's way too many things open and it's getting on my nerves. So let's go back to fake world scene and try and find where it's doing that real quick. I should also mention to it actually the same issue occurs with everything. Where's this? Everything else in the fake world scene occurs with fluids, blocks, and entities too. So what did it do? Think fake world state. World.stats block. What is that meant to do? But this isn't gonna change anything. But sure, fine. To make you happy, we're going to give it a try. And then I think, unfortunately, if this doesn't work, which I don't think it will, we're just going to have to end the stream because we're not going to figure this out by just constantly asking it. So this may involve, unfortunately, a rewrite from scratch again of the fake world scene. I don't really want to do that, but I just have a feeling that might be necessary. But let's see. I mean, it's very dead set on looking for light chords util rather than reading, you know, the renderers and stuff. Like, you know, why is it so hard set on that? Yeah, unsuspectingly, that has not changed diddly squat. So okay, now what's it doing? It's looking for... It's really dead set on the light map. I don't think... I mean, I don't know. I haven't looked at the light map code and stuff. But I don't think the issue will be in the light map code. I'm pretty sure the issue will be somewhere in the renderer, right? Couldn't you tell it to decompile all? Probably. That's certainly something I could do. What's it doing now? Okay, I think this is a bunch of bollocks. I think this is complete and utter bollocks. Right? What is it doing now? What did it do? Oh, it's changed to UI Fulbright. I don't think that's gonna fix anything. I mean, maybe? Can I hot swap? Yes. Excuse me? Why did that fix it? What? What has this happened? What just happened? Yeah, so the issue is it needs to use UI Fulbright. Fulbright is a 16 by... So, it runs during the GUI pass, where game renderer switches to the UI light map. Light coordinate Fulbright is a 16 by 16 light map coordinate, so it samples outside the UI light map and then comes back black and transparent. That's why they vanish when you use Fulbright, but... Okay. Okay, I see. That does make sense. So, what is it actually... Like, how is it done that? Is it just... Is it this? Like... That is actually all it is, right? It's just using UI Fulbright instead of that. So can you get rid of the nasty reflection now? I'm also curious, actually. Let's press F9. Okay, so the Ender Dragon still isn't rendering, I will say. And you can actually see the block entity renderer there isn't working. The actual model on top is not rendering still. And I think fluids still aren't working. So I don't know if maybe it's missed some things or... Let's try and have a look ourselves, I suppose. So let's try and look at the entity rendering. That would be like step 1. So placed fluid. This is placed block. This is entity. Yeah, so here, interestingly enough, there isn't like a light. We could try just do render state got light chords and set that equal to UI Fulbright, right? That might work. Let's see. Nice. So that works. Now fluids have the same problem, and then we have block entity renderers with the same problem. I suspect those will be the same fixes, though. I am curious, actually. Do the name tags still work? They kind of do, but not how they're meant to. We'll come back to that one. We'll come back to that. Let's try and figure out the other ones first. So, verb placed block, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so here, for example, we need to do state dot light chords is equal that. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. We should probably put that in there, just in case. Should be fine. It shouldn't actually ever be an issue. Well, I guess it actually could be an issue, but nice. So that fixed that. Now the last one is fluids. Now I think fluids though may be a problem. So we've got to try and find them first. Let's try and find them. So here they are. So fluid layer, render liquid. Yeah, so who's tessellate? Can we see anywhere a light level? Top light chords, which is what? Get light chords, level, and pause. Yeah, I thought so. And that calls, yeah. This all works except that the fluids do not render because they still get the light level from the level light map rather than using the UI light map. Make sure I'm saving so that it can try and figure that one out. I don't know how it's going to fix this one because it can't just like set something, right? It can't just like set a value. So I'm not sure, to be honest. Maybe it comes up with some more black magic, which would not be ideal, but I suspect that's the only option. Either that, or we just have to have our own liquid renderer class, which wouldn't be the end of the world, but it wouldn't be great. Basically just copying this, I suppose. I mean, even I guess we could do something like I was going to say mixing into this, but we don't really want to do that because this is going to be called like a lot. That would destroy performance. We don't want to do that. Maybe we could make this method protected and then make a class that extends liquid block renderer and overrides that method, and then basically just, yeah, instead of using, you know, this .liquid block renderer, we can just pass in our own. I think would work. When is this even set, by the way? Yeah, see, that's on Resource Manager Reload, and that just takes in this .materials, which is some materials that's passed into here. So we can still get those materials from the block render dispatcher. Like, that's not a problem. We'll have to write an AW or something, but that's okay. Let's see what has it done? What has it chosen to do? Transformed vertex consumer. That's UV2. If this will override light, let's add an override light boolean to the transformed vertex consumer. I see. That might work, actually. Genuinely, that might work. I don't think we can't hot swap that though, can we? Because that's quite a big change. Let's see. We can try, but I don't think that's going to work. It says it's been reloaded. I don't think it has. Ooh, that's actually broken it somehow. Let's try reload the game because maybe it just doesn't like that. Okay. So what is this that takes in base? Okay. I mean, we can see. The other thing we probably do want to actually have a look at real quick. So apparently this method isn't called, which I don't think is true. No, it actually just isn't called. Interesting. So this takes in the state here, because that calls get current state. So probably what we want to do is modify this, so that the state has the correct light coordinates in it. I suspect. Yeah, so fluids still aren't rendering. Because you can see this is the fluid here, right? I don't know if I can select it or not. Yeah, the selection logic is completely and utterly broken. But this is the fluid here. Just have to trust me. I mean, if we do something like state dot light. Oh, that's the block state. Never mind. Where's the Oh, it's going to be in here. Oh shit. Wait, but it worked. It worked and now it doesn't work. Also, I don't think this needs to exist, by the way. I'm pretty sure this method just doesn't need to exist. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think that needs to exist. Yeah, that doesn't make a difference. What did it change? Let's have a look. So add vertex, transform, those are all the same, and then it just does if this are override light, light is equal this to forced light. Set UV2. If override light, then it does that. So let's just go back into and actually let's go in here because this has a fluid here. So this one's a little bit easier to see because it's going to be directly just using this in here. But this still isn't working for whatever reason. I'm guessing it's kind of just the same problem, right? Because if we look in here, you know, like it uses, if we go somewhere into here, I can't find it, but here it just gets the top light coordinates. Like it doesn't care about the existing light coordinates, so that doesn't fix it. So I need to tell it this doesn't fix it. It doesn't use the light coordinates from the vertex consumer, at least from what I can tell. It solely uses liquid block renderer get light coordinates. Liquid block renderer get light coordinates. Let's see what it says. Let's see. I'm expecting it to go ahead and read the code again, but it's not doing that, is it? Yeah, you can see even here for the side lights, it's the exact same. It just uses the side light coordinates. I think the only way is just having a custom liquid block renderer. I don't see another solution here. Unless it comes up with one. Okay, here we go. So now it's going to read liquid block renderer. And I assume it's going to see the problem. And then as for why on earth that broke the block entities, I don't know. So this one is obviously still working. So let's look real quick at where it actually renders the block entities, which is here, right? So it grabs the state and then it does block entity render manager.submit and passes in the state. So if it doesn't have a block entity, then it continues. Doesn't that mean this won't render anything for normal blocks? How does that work? Wait, if the place block state does not have a block entity, then it just continues. How does this work? Oh, because this is the second one, right? It does it again up here. Yeah, here you go. Okay, I see. I see. Okay. Okay. I feel like at the start of a stream like this, you should just tell the AI to... Okay, to be fair, I didn't expect to be using AI. We avoided it the entirety of last stream, and I think we avoided it for like half of the stream before, maybe more. So I wasn't planning on using it, and I want to try and use it less, which is why I didn't do something like that. But like, also, this is just like, ugh, yucky stuffs. Oh god, it's just like reading so much like shit. Not really helpful. I mean, I think we're probably gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream now, which I didn't really want to do, but we're not getting anywhere. Like, we're kind of getting there, but we're also at the same time we're moving forward and then we're stepping back like 5 steps and then moving forward and stepping back. So it's not really helpful. Let's at least see what this does, right? Oh, that's smart. Wait, chat. This is smart. Wait, this is really smart. It's created an overload of the block and tint getter, or not an overload, a friggin' what's the word? Broke my friggin' brain has just completely blanked. It is inherited from it, and then it's gonna override the brightness and stuff. And also it's passing in a delegate as well, which is the obviously existing one. Implementation, that's the word. Thank you, 740. Yeah. Now, imports it has just completely refused to do, which is always lovely. Love when AI just doesn't want to import things. Direction, is that... Yeah, that's the only thing that was wrong there. God, it really didn't want to import any of these, did it? We'll do it ourselves then. I mean, I think this should work. This is actually... I think it's actually onto something here, and I think this is incredibly smart. So, make that a record. Sure, that's fine. It can be a record, so let's make it a record. Let's also go up to the top, and I think the same problems occurred up here. Yeah, so it's done that. And then anywhere else? probably. It probably has done it somewhere else, and I'm going to completely miss it, and then I'll be very sad. Okay. I definitely cannot hot swap that, can I? Or can I? Ooh, it doesn't like it. Because level is null. Interesting. Interesting, actually. So it's saying in render liquid that the level is null. Which is... Oh, that's probably just because I tried to hot swap it, right? Did you know IntelliJ can replace full class packages with imports for you? It can? How? How do I tell it to do that? Because I really need it to do that. That would be great. Alt-Enter? Alt-Enter doesn't do that, though. Oh, you have to select it? I see. I want it to just do it automatically, man. I don't want to have to go through each one and do it. I just want it to do it for me. Also, it hasn't changed diddly squat, actually. Oh, no, it has. It has. That has actually worked. Okay. So now the only problem is this one, right? To figure out why the block entities are not working in here anymore. And then also why the fluids are not working in here. Okay. So let's say this has worked. However, the block entities and fluids in the varied block lists are still invisible. It only has fixed the ones not in a varied block list. I'm also going to say, also, can you decompile the Minecraft jar into a /extracted folder so that it is easier to access? Hopefully it does that first, though. I want it to do that first. Because that would save everyone time and effort and money. So meanwhile that's running, actually, how many tokens do I have left? Because I think this uses quite a lot. Wow, that actually hasn't used hardly any. That's not too bad. I thought it used significantly more, bearing in mind it says I only have 70% contacts left, but okay, that's fine. Okay. Well, let's see. See what this does. I mean, can it just do the same thing? I don't know if it can just do the same thing or not. Also, it hasn't done that first, unfortunately. It is just... it is just going ahead and doing all of this first. Oh no. Oh no, maybe I'm wrong. It is deciding to go ahead and do this first. Extracted, let's see. Has it done it? Seems to have. Maybe? Oh, it's because it's timed out. So like it has, but it timed out. But these are all class files, right? Oh no, these are Java files. So has it decompiled it as well then? Oh no, I see. It's extracted them from the sources. That's fine. I mean, how bad are you at making textures? Terrible. Atrocious. Okay, the only textures I can do is I'm getting better at items. Like I'm much better at items, and I can do ores for some reason. Ores I just don't struggle with. I don't know. I just find them a lot easier. But like that's it. I can't do. I've tried to do multi-blocks before. I just can't do them. I can't. I don't know how to shade them and stuff. It's very hard. How are you using AI IntelliJ, and does it have access to the modules? I'm not using it in IntelliJ. This is just in a terminal window. This is just a normal Windows terminal window. And it's just doing most of the work for me, really. Or doing most of the extracting for me, anyways. Because all the Minecraft source code is just stored in your Gradle caches. So you can just go in there and do it yourself if you want to. At this rate, to be honest, it probably would be faster because this is freaking taking forever. Because I am running this on WSL, so everything takes like 10 times longer than it would if you just did it yourself. Which is a bit annoying, but like Codex doesn't work if you don't run it on WSL. So you kind of don't have a choice. Gemini is a little bit better. It works sometimes without WSL. But this does not. So... Oh, I didn't say that. It's like a CLI. This is... Yeah, it's basically a CLI tool. It just runs in your CLI. But you have to run it on WSL. Either that or, you know, obviously run it on Linux or whatever. But I mean, I think they are working to get it working on Windows, but some things are just a bit janky when you try and do it on Windows, so. Now what's it doing? Common? What is new? It's extracting everything, is it? What's in common? I feel like it doesn't need common, right? Isn't this just a duplicate of oh, it's not, is it? Actually not. Wait, is it? No, somehow no. Don't really know how, but interesting. Okay, we could be here a while, to be honest. Okay, no, it is duplicating stuff. I thought it was going to duplicate stuff. I'm not going completely crazy. It should just be extracting the friggin' the merged jar. Or does Fabric not do merging? Fabric does do merging, right? Oh no, because I suppose I'm on split sources. Right. See, yeah. Since yeah, because I'm on split sources, so it's not gonna Interesting. So it's not gonna merge these sources. Also, what the hell is going on in here, bro? This thing's jumping about like absolute nobody's business. Alright, let's also stop the game because there's no point running that. Might as well save some resources. Yeah, these are just duplicated. Like this is just gonna be the same as this. Yeah, they are exactly the same, I think. Oh no, they're not exactly the same, but like half of it's exactly the same. Okay, whatever. Hopefully it will realize that and fix it. But it timed out again? It doesn't learn, does it? Holy shit. It actually just doesn't learn. Like, just run it with a friggin' infinite timeout. What are you doing? Come on, man. This is why I didn't want to do this, because it just takes so long. I mean, I feel like this takes longer than just telling it to not do this. I don't know. We are just waiting it for it to run a command that takes 10 times longer doing it here than if I just ran it myself. I'm still trying to think about, like, what the fuck is it even what the fuck is it even doing? I don't know. Like, what is it gonna do? I genuinely, I can't think what it's even gonna do. Maybe it does the same thing here. But this could just take it, but that, I guess that doesn't solve it either. You done this shit on purpose so you don't have to do any more dev? No, right? But I freaking want to be developing. I don't want to be sat here waiting for this shit. This is not fun. Like, this is so incredibly boring. But it's not like there's anything I can even do in the meantime, because we're literally relying on this to move forward, right? And we don't have long enough in the stream to, like, start working on something else. So we literally just don't have a choice. Learn texturing, bro, that will take months, years even. That will take years. I don't have years. I literally don't have time to do that. There's like no ifs, no buts, no maybes. That's just, I don't have time. Simple as that. So no, we are not going to be learning. Also I disagree with the sentiment that you can learn texturing. That has only ever been said by artists. No one other than artists has ever said that you can learn texturing, because you just, like, you just can't do that, you know? You either have an artistic brain or you do not. I do not. So that's where we at. Bro, they're gonna take forever. Well, at least we should have half an hour left, guys. Let's sit here for half an hour, waiting for this to do its thing. What can we do in the meantime? Let's, No, you definitely can. My friend learned how to be good at drawing and shit. I don't know, Wide. I think if you can be good at it, it's because you always are good at it. Like, you just, like, I don't know. I think it's one of those things where your brain just has to be wired in a way where you just are artistically talented. Like, I don't even look at art and say, oh, this looks good or this looks shit, because I don't know if it looks good, bro. I literally couldn't tell you. Like, I do pixel art and I'm like, I don't know if this looks good. I literally could not tell you if this looks good or not. So I don't see how you would learn that. That's not something you can learn. I mean, I think you can get better at art. I think there's very much a difference between learning to be good at art and getting better at art. Oh, is it done? Has it just gone ahead and duplicated this class? Like, you can do it by doing this, but like that's I'm not a fan. That. Not a fan. Okay. Yeah, because I have to friggin' do it like that. It's like, is there not just like a friggin' shortcut for this, you know? Can I wonder actually, can I do like a run inspection on? Or no, not run inspection. Wait. I want to do fix all. Hey, that maybe works. Should we try it? I don't even know what it's done. Two changes. Now use the light you pass in. Fluids inside now render a UI light map when the result of that. Sure, let's try it. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm also going to delete these for again com meta info net because it has common and client already in there. So those don't need to exist. But anyways, let's run it. Let's see if it works. I think regardless what happens, we're going to end the stream chat. Because we're not making progress today. It's just not happening. I mean, ultimately, we are done with updating. Right? This is the last thing that needs to be fixed. But, like, it's also not that important. Let's see. That has actually fixed it, to be fair. I'll give it some benefit of the doubt. That has actually fixed it. Now, I do want to know if the fluids work, though. I don't remember where the fluids were. Oh, yeah, there it was. It was there, right? This one, I think. Are you going to keep Industria updated now every time a version releases? Yes, that is my plan. I'm just going to keep it updated. And, you know, maybe every snapshot I will keep it updated. I don't know. But I want to do it a lot more often because otherwise it's just a pain in the ass. What are these empty tags, by the way? That's definitely not normal. Interesting. Yeah, fluids are working. Okay, good. Yeah, I want to try and do update every snapshot. That would be ideal. Also, as I said, or as I have said the last couple streams, I am interested in possibly looking into multi-loader. I just am a little bit concerned it will be like an insane amount of work. So I don't know. I'm hesitant. Because the problem is, a way a lot of the systems are done in Industria is they just kind of use Minecraft stuff. Like, you know, Fabric obviously doesn't have this API. So I don't know. I feel like I would just end up fighting Neoforge the entire time and it would just piss me off. So I'm very 50-50 on it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here because everything now does work. So we're quickly gonna go ahead and just push everything to GitHub before we do anything else. So 500 changes. Update to 1.21. Update to 26.1 and official mappings. Is that all we've done? Pretty much, yeah. That's basically all we've done. Let's make sure we've saved everything. Let's stop the game as well. Okay, what is this? Why are these here? What? Why are these here, bro? Get out of here. I was gonna say, there was way too many files there. I did wonder where they came from. Okay, let's just make sure it hasn't put anything else in there that I'm gonna miss. Like, is there a meta inf folder, I wonder? No, there actually isn't. That's fine. Extracted is already from GitHub. Maybe ask it to fix mix-ins. That will not work. I'm just going to tell you now that won't work. It just won't happen. It won't work. So we're not doing that. You can check what it changed. Yes. I mean, you can see everything it changed here. But basically, we've just updated to 1.21 or 26.1 and official mappings. You said that before. Yes, correct. However, I strongly believe that mix-ins are a little too much for it. It can't just go and look at, like, I mean, it could, but do we try it? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing it. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. It's just going to break everything, and then I'll be sad, and the entire stream will be wasted for nothing. So we're not doing it. Let's commit this, and let's just be done with it. I'm going to rewrite the fluid stuff from scratch, like completely from scratch. I'm just going to yeet it. Just yeet the entire fluid system. I'm probably just going to bung it in an API instead, to be honest, rather than having it bundled inside of Industria, because it's so messy. Having, I go friggin' into the mix-ins JSON, right? And it's just like, bro, these are all the fluid mix-ins, and I don't think these are even all of them. I think there's actually more that need to be in here that I just haven't written yet. So it's a whole friggin' thing to maintain that. But this is fine for now, to be honest. Or should we try? I am tempted to see if it can do it, but fuck it. Fuck it, chat. Let's do it. Let's just see if it can do it. I don't think it can do it, but let's just try it. Can you fix the fluid mix-ins? None of them work since updating to 26.1 from 1.21.10, also switching mappings to official instead of yarn. I don't know why they are not working, and thanks. Let's see. Bro, you can find the friggin' fluid mix-ins. Oh my god, come on. Really? We're really doing this? Ugh. Copy path. From repository root. They're here. Didn't you delete the mix-ins? No. I commented them out in the mix-ins JSON, but I didn't delete the actual mix-ins. The thing is, it's not going to know what the issues are, right? Like, how is it going to know what's causing problems? It's not going to know. So unless it goes through and like cross-checks every single one of the mix-ins to make sure that they're correct, like it's just not going to do that. So this isn't going to work. We are very much wasting time here, chat. Let's find something to do whilst it's doing that. Let's do something. What should we do? Because this is going to take forever, even if it can do it. So let's fuck it, we're playing some GeoGuessr, guys. That's all I can think. I can't friggin' think of anything else to do. So that's what we're doing. So stupid. Only problem, I don't know how to get GeoGuessr on my main or on my stream monitor. 1 second. I actually genuinely don't know how to do that. Aha. Found it. Okay. Nice. Put AI time in the corner. Yeah, I can do that, can't I? Yeah, here's what I'll do. I will do properties. I will do terminal. Like that. Oh, it does not like terminal being there. Oh my god, what is happening to the mouse? What is happening to the mouse? Oh my god. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, I think I just have to change the capture method. Yeah, just have to set it to Windows 10 for whatever reason. Wait, it's done? Oh, barrage. It's freaking saying because they're commented out. Okay, bro. 1 second. We have to tell it. It's not the issue. Is not because they're commented out. The issue is not because they are commented out. I commented them out because they were not working. You will need to cross-reference each mix-in with the vanilla source and confirm that they are all targeting the correct locations and fix them when they are not. Okay. Now, let's make this a little bit smaller. How can I do this actually? Because that's like, that's fine, I think, actually. Let's move it. Probably going to want it somewhere else, though, aren't we? Trying to think where's the best place to put things in this game. Sure, top left, I think, is fine. Okay, chat. We're going to play unranked, just so everyone is completely clear, because I don't want to lose my rank right now. Oh, wait, I need, 1 second. Oh, wait. Ooh, okay, there you go. You get desktop audio. I'm going to need to turn it down a little bit, though. Desktop audio is risky, but, I don't really have a choice. Okay, this is no move, so this is fine. I thought this was no move and zoom, and I was scared. You guys are gonna see how friggin' bad at GeoGuessr I am today. Am I right? I am right. Okay, that was actually a good guess, admittedly. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let me cook, guys. Let me cook. Do I know what this fence is? No. Do I know what this pole is? No. Okay, yellow road lines. No, this is hard. Do I know that? No. Is it 2025? Well, I guess that wouldn't matter anyways because it's not Paraguay. I mean, okay, it's not Peru, right? It's not Argentina, I don't think. I think it might just be Brazil, actually. I'm just gonna go for Brazil, I think. Like up here. What are they doing? They AFK? Bro. Okay, it was Ecuador, so that wasn't even a good guess, but this guy's friggin' AFK? Oh my god. Come on, man. Okay, it's Australia. Not very good at region guessing Australia, so I'm not even gonna try. This guy's AFK, so it doesn't really matter. I think it might be closer to Adelaide, actually, but I could be wrong. Oh no! That's actually a pretty good guess. Doesn't really matter because he was AFK anyways. That is in the way of the map. I think that's fine. I mean, I could put chat up to the top right, actually. Right? Well, chat is kind of inverted like that, but it is fine, actually. We go again, since Codex is still doing stuff. I can actually crop it. I'm going to try and do that real quick. I don't know how you do that, but you can do that. No, that's resizing it. There's a way you can like you can crop, right? Am I blind? Transform. I don't know. There is a way you can do it, but I don't know how you do it. This is, I mean, it's Europe. Kind of thinking Turkey, maybe? I think. I don't know. I mean, could be anywhere, really. Bulgaria. Okay. Okay. Whilst that's doing that, I'm gonna try again. It's hard to even friggin' select the window. Okay. Alright. Let me look it around real quick. This is the US, I think. So I have time. Wait, why can I not freaking figure out how to transform? But I'm sure it was under transform. Edit transform? Crop right. Wait. Okay. Wait, am I confident? Not really. No, I'm not really confident, but I think it is the US. Should have looked at the sun. I should have looked at the sun. Shit, I didn't look at the sun. Okay. Okay, well, meanwhile, we're waiting for the next round. 500. Okay, that's better. Oh, you know what? I can do this as well. There we go. There we go. Okay. Did he say something in chat? No. I thought I heard him saying in chat. Okay, is this the US or is this Canada? This is... I mean, I don't know how you tell the difference. I'm thinking like up here though. Maybe? I always go too far north though. Yeah. I always do that. Always. Always going too far north. Okay, this Right-hand drive? Okay, that looks like a European lorry rather than an American one. And the road doesn't look particularly American. I mean, it has white center lines anyway, so I guess it can't be. The poles any use to me? Not particularly. I guess we can rule out Romania, Hungary, Poland. I'm thinking Bulgaria, actually. Yeah, sure. Oh shit, I didn't look at the hemisphere again. Okay. I need to start looking at the friggin' hemispheres. I'm actually so bad at checking the hemisphere. Okay, this is Australia. For sure. 100%. 100 million %. So I'm just going to send it. I'm going to go like down here, I think. I think it's quite far south. Could be wrong. Okay, it was even further south. Okay, we take that. What are we thinking? This is... I'm thinking Russia. Though the divided highway... I think it is Russia. But admittedly an odd Russia. If it is. Yeah, I think it has to be. So I'm going maybe like there. Just gone further north, I think. It was Ukraine. Oh dear. Oh, it is spitting out code, you're right. It is actually doing things. We'll have a look at that after this game. Okay, that looks like a red tint, doesn't it? So would we go Belgium? Is that what we're thinking? That does... Yeah, that's definitely a red tint. And it looks like the UK, so therefore we go Belgium. And it's Dutch speaking, so northern Belgium. Maybe like in between Brussels and Bruges or something. Yeah. Okay, it was a little bit closer, but that's fine. Sednak Complex. Excuse me? Okay, I've never seen these before. Never. So I don't know if that's a meta. It's probably a meta of some random ass island. I think these... See, this is where I'm probably going to get it wrong, but I think we're talking like there. Or there. Okay. Yeah. I think they're like there, and then I think they're also somewhere in Sri Lanka and somewhere in India. This, I'm thinking New Zealand or Australia. Let me look at the hemisphere actually, just make sure. Could this be South America even? No, because that's left-hand drive. So are we thinking Australia or New Zealand? I am getting a weird New Zealand vibe, but it could just be... I'm going Australia. I'm not confident to go New Zealand. Ooh, that's a crazy guess. Damn. Okay, this is scary because I don't know this car. Okay, that helps. It's Nigeria, because I would not have gone Nigeria with this car. So that is this like 2025 coverage or something? I wonder. Interesting. I'm gonna go. I don't really know, to be honest. I'm just gonna go slap bang in the middle. I don't have a region guess. Yeah. Okay, it's fine. Is it still doing stuff? It is still doing stuff. Damn. Where are we now? We're in India. So we've got the line at the top, so typically we're talking basically somewhere above here. Now, could this be Bangladesh? I think with the crap cam, I'm saying no. I'm thinking nearer to New Delhi. What's this guy thinking? Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Oh, we're done. Okay. Is this done? I think it's about to be done, yes. So it's not done yet. That's true, but I think it's about to finish up. I could be wrong. Oh no, it's not done. Do we play another? Fuck it, let's play another, because I think it might be a while. If it's going to go through each one and verify them. Okay, what is this? This is Russia or Ukraine. Is it Ukraine? I mean, I don't know. Is this a red car? I think that's a black car. So I think it looks like Ukraine. Bearing in mind everything is in complete and utter shambles. But I kind of want to go crazy. I think it's over here. I think it's a specific city. I think it's this one. I think. Oh, it lags. Okay, it was this one. Really good job I went over there and not in Europe. I knew it was one over here somewhere, but I didn't know exactly where it was. But that's fine, I take that. This is really red soil. This has to be Brazil, I think. I think let's just send Brazil. Oh, was it done, by the way? Nope, still not done. Okay. I don't remember where it looks like this. Let's go there. Okay, it was down there. That's fine. All good. Okay, Welshtown, Upper Clyde, Welshtown Road. Chat, does anyone here live in Welshtown? Please let me know. Please dox yourself. Please do not dox yourself. But you know, if you do live in Welshtown, you know, let me know, because that would be very helpful right now. It's obviously got to be the US, right? Could it be Canada? Possibly, maybe. I think with these kind of trees though, I'm thinking like closer to like California maybe, or like Washington. So because I'm between California and Washington, I think I'm gonna go Oregon, and I'm gonna go like Southern Oregon. Could be wrong. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great at all. I was not going to go over there. So that's good to know. What is this? Is this... That's really interesting mountain shapes. I mean, typically you see that and go like Thailand, right? But like... But with this car, I want to go Paraguay. Could it be? Shit, I don't really know. But that was just Northern Hemisphere though, wouldn't it? I'm going Thailand, I think. It could be Vietnam. I don't know. Shit, it is Paraguay. No. It is Paraguay. That's not right. Okay. This... I mean, right-hand drive doesn't really help me. What does that say? Masculino, feminino, infantil. Okay. Not helpful. Hemisphere? Slightly more southern. Do I trust that though? Don't know. I feel like I have to. I have to go like Colombia or something. Like Ecuador maybe? Or maybe like northern Brazil actually? Okay, I was a little bit closer. So the sunlight's there. Interestingly enough. This is New Zealand, right? Or is it Australia? I'm actually leaning more back towards Australia. I think I'm thinking like Brisbane or like Canberra. Somewhere in between. Let's go somewhere in between, but closer to Canberra. Could be New Zealand. I'm not confident. He's going New Zealand. It's New Zealand. Ooh. Yeah, GG's. GG. Okay. Let's go and see what it's done, shall we? If anything. Yeah. Let's see. So what I will do, let's go, I can't set this back to thingy. Okay, interesting. So I suppose let's just try and run it, see if it has any compile errors first of all, and then we'll go from there. Okay, that it doesn't compile. Is iron fluid is not from here. Yeah, so this needs to therefore extend entity. So extends entity and make it abstract and add that constructor. Nice. Okay, let's run it again. Let's see. Okay, it's running. So that was the only compile error. MCDev says it won't work. Yeah, but MCDev was wrong last time, so I don't really entirely trust that. We're getting the exact same errors we had before, which is a little bit concerning. Should we just give this to should we just give this to it? Let's see what it says. Should we see what it says? Should we try and play it up again? We are overrunning though, chat. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Even though we still have it running and stuff, we're just not gonna have time to do this. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I will see you all next week on Saturday. Hopefully with a railroad stream this time. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I do want to get back to Railroad, but we'll see. We'll see by next week. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here, and I will see you all next week. Good. Bye.